Good morning, rebeckavigus, the writer whisperer here from a very soggy Kentucky. It has been raining all night. It is supposed to rain for the next 3 days. So if you all of a sudden hear a bunch of pitter pattering on my tin roof, that's what it is. Here today to talk to you about writing. I had hoped to have some questions by now so that I could answer them. So far, not getting any questions. We've talked about getting started. We've talked about morning pages. I hope you are still doing your morning pages. It should be something you do every morning, just like clockwork. Get up 30 minutes earlier. Make sure you have time. We talked about getting stuck if you have writer's block. Yeah. Okay. We talked about time and finding the time. Okay. Then we talked about just getting it down. If you want to write a novel, a book of poetry, a memoir, something nonfiction, you have to, one, be fired up about what it is you're writing. Okay, the last thing I want to do is write about something scientific. Yeah, I studied science. I didn't do too badly in science. I'm not a scientist. I'm not writing scientific things. Oh, wait, technology. I'm not writing technology. No, I know how to use a computer for my needs. I don't know how to program it. I'm not real good at setting up websites. I hire someone to do that because I want them to look professional. But I don't write about technology and how it works. Not me. I might a little bit because I know about thumb drives. I also know about floppy disks, but that doesn't make me a computer expert. I know that once you put something on a CD-ROM, you don't ever get it back again because you can't take it off and edit it. That's a bummer. That's a real bummer. I don't write about things I don't know. Unless I'm willing to do the research. When I wrote Out of the Flames, all I knew about arson is that somebody lit a match, something caught on fire. Call the person who lights the match a pyromaniac. They enjoy fire. Arsonists are a whole different category of pyromaniac. They don't care what they destroy or whom they destroy. They just want to destroy. Sometimes out of anger, sometimes out of revenge, whether it's real or imagined, slights. Sometimes it's for money. Sometimes arsonists get paid to burn down buildings so that somebody else can collect the insurance on them. Yeah, that's highly illegal. I did. I took my ink pen and I pushed up the point. You can see it here. And what I could fit on the top of there, that was my knowledge of arson and arson investigation and the types of testing they have to do. Yeah, I wrote about those. Not before I spent 3, count them, 3 months immersed in everything arson. So I could write it right. So I could write the role of the firefighters correctly. And the arson investigators. And those running the tests on the evidence they found. I didn't wing that off the top of my head. Are you kidding me? My friends who are firefighters would have shot me. I'd have been done writing with my second book if I'd done that. So if you're willing to put in the research and do due diligence so it's correct, feel free to write about something you don't know. Historical fiction, whether it's just historical fiction or historical romance. If you're using something in history, it has to be accurate. And don't mess with myths and legends. They are there because they are there. I knew someone once who wrote a book on King Arthur. Having King Arthur being a Roman soldier. Okay, explain to me how a Roman soldier is going to be a king in England. That's my first dilemma. And Arthur was married, but not to Guinevere. Not sure how that happened. And the author got a lot of flack for that. And her comment was, it's fiction. I can do what I want with it. Those who are tried and true King Arthur fans don't want you messing with the original. And they will blast you. And they will blast you again in their reviews. And some people say, well, a bad review is better than no review at all. If you buy into that, we're in trouble. Yes, you may get a bad review on Amazon. Do not ever respond. Just let it sit there. And you're going to ask me why. If you respond, you're justifying your writing. You don't have to justify your writing to anybody. You have followers who are going to come after this person. Let them do it. Because that will get you more credit. credibility. Don't argue with a reviewer. Don't comment on reviews. Don't even say thank you. Not on the review. You can splash the review all over Facebook and say thank you, but not on the review. Just stay out of the reviews. You can read them if you want, but good luck with that. I had a review on my book, Something Borrowed, Something Blue. And I looked at the review. It's a 4-star review. Okay. I look at it. It's not reviewing my book. It's reviewing a book of 4 short stories written by a woman who's now dead. Really? It's reviewing a Harlequin collection of short stories. I don't write for Harlequin. I've never written for Harlequin. But I even knew the name of the author. She was one of the more famous Harlequin authors. I've probably even read some of her stuff. Our books carried the same title. Totally different topics. It took me finally adding my book to my Amazon author page to get them to change it so it wasn't her book showing up as a mass market paperback on my page, or my book showing up on her page as the 4th book in the Macy McVannell series, which it is. But she didn't write the Macy McVannell series, and anybody who buys her stuff is going to say, who the heck is Macy McVannell? And why don't I know about this series? Oh, wait, it's a different author. I don't know if they took down the review when they changed it. The review was written in 2014. My book didn't come out till 2021. Hello, we have a problem here, folks. Not reviewing the same book. And you have no idea how many times I tried to get Amazon to change it. When you have a book, create an Amazon author page and have the book linked to your page. So one thing I forgot to do when the book went live on Amazon, was connect it to my author page. Don't forget to do that. It's important. Because people who follow you as an author, on the left-hand side, underneath the picture of the book where it says check inside or look inside, there's usually a picture of the author, a little tiny, tiny, tiny circular picture of the author. And it says follow right next to it, just to the right of the picture. Hit that button, and every time that author has a new book out, you get a notification. Doesn't have to be me. It can be any author you like that has a follow button. And you can go and look at all their books. And sometimes that's pretty amazing. Pull up somebody like James Patterson and have 200 or more books stare at you. It's like, where do I begin? So all these things are little tiny important things. Do your research. Make sure you have an author page. Make sure you connect your books to your author page. Don't answer reviews. Not good, not bad, not otherwise. Don't answer reviews. Something else I was going to tell you, and it's slipping my mind. We have several writing prompts to choose from today. These were from Judy Reeves. I did not give you all of her writing prompts on seasons. I may save that and do it a couple days from now. Oh, wait, back that up. Tea at 10 will only be Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday this week. I'm having cataract surgery on my left eye on Thursday. And so Thursday and Friday, I will probably be out of commission for doing videos. If I'm here on Friday, it will be a surprise to all of us. But I definitely will not be here on Thursday. Surgery is scheduled for early in the morning. And while surgery only takes 10 minutes, I will be at the surgery center for at least 2 to 3 hours. I know there's a half an hour in recovery after surgery. I know I have a driver. I know we will be going out to breakfast as I'm diabetic and I cannot eat before surgery, but I will definitely need to eat after surgery. So we are going out for breakfast before I come home. And then I will have a follow-up appointment with the doctor on Friday. And I have no idea what time. They won't let me know until Thursday. In fact, I won't even know until Wednesday what time surgery is on Thursday morning. I do know that as a diabetic, they will put me towards the front of the line because I am insulin dependent. That's a whole nother story we don't even want to get into. So, writing prompts, let me read them to you. I'll grab them. They're that far away. Have to do with change of seasons. Oh, that's wide open, isn't it? How about in anticipation of snow? Riding the road into autumn. This is the texture of April. And yes, these prompts are acceptable to do as poetry. It doesn't have to be a short story beginning or a novel beginning or a flash fiction piece. It can be poetry. Don't ever kid yourself. Anything can be poetry if it's done well. Write about turning inward. Write about the geometrics of fading light. Write about keeping warm. In February, all of a sudden, there is more light. And that one is after Kate Barnes. Then came the killing season. To be alive on a mid-September morn. After Gary Snyder. How about the waning of summer? Those should keep you busy. There are about 10 more on the sheet from Judy Reeves. We'll save them for another time when we're looking at a different season, maybe. There are seasons in your life. Think about it. You're a baby, infant, toddler. Those are all one season. Then you have a childhood. Start somewhere around 5 or 6 when you go to school. And then somewhere around 12 and a half, you become brain dead. I mean, a teenager. So you have your teen years you can write about. You have your college years, which is your transition from teenage to adulthood. Then you have your adult life. Then, if you're lucky, you become a senior citizen. Don't let anybody tell you those are your golden years. They're wrong. Nothing golden about them. Do the things you want to do when you're young and healthy and can do them. Don't wait, because you may not be healthy enough to do them. If you want to write a book, write a book. You want to write a poetry book, write a poetry book. You want to write song lyrics, write song lyrics. Whatever you want to write, get out your pen and start writing, and don't stop. Don't let anybody get in your way and tell you you can't do it. You can. Everybody has a story, and everybody's story is different. Oh, but I'm a nobody. I just teach school. I'm just a nurse. I'm a doctor. I'm a police officer. I'm a firefighter. I'm in the military. I'm just ordinary. I manage a store, or assistant manage a store, or I'm just a store clerk. You aren't just anything. You're you, and you have a story. Tell it. I can't climb in your minds and tell the story that's bursting to come out of you. I don't read minds. I don't get any telepathy listening to you. I can't write your story. I don't know it. Can I write a story similar to yours? Probably. If I knew some of your background. But it won't be your story. It'll be my story about some unnamed person like you. Yuck. Somebody forgot to turn on the cup warmer this morning, so the tea is cold. I know, we have microwaves for that. Imagine a world without microwaves or computers. When I was a kid, a computer took up an entire bedroom space. Nobody had them in their home. Nobody even considered that they would have one in their home. Why did it take up a whole bedroom space? Because there were towers and towers and towers of electronics. Microchips were unheard of. Nobody knew what a microchip was. Our idea of a boombox was a transistor radio with 2 AA batteries that got static as well as music. Look at the changes. Look at the changes. Do the history. Eisenhower was president when I was born. How many presidents have we had since then? Eisenhower, Kennedy, Johnson. Nixon, Ford, Carter, Reagan, Bush Sr., I don't remember who came next. I have to think on that. Bush Jr., Obama, Trump, Biden. Does that make 13 presidents in my lifetime? Just think of the changes. I grew up with a black and white TV with 3 channels, and you had to walk across the room to change the channel. ABC, NBC, and CBS. And sometimes, if you were really lucky, you got a UHF channel. Y'all don't even know what a UHF channel is. There's plenty to write about, folks. Pick something. Something that really lights your fire. Something you are passionate about. Something you want everybody to know about. Tomorrow we'll talk a little bit about genre. And maybe that will help you decide. In the meantime, happy writing.